Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
Life is like a movie and we in it and we in it. We on Major League and we did it and we did it. It's all about that action, keep it moving, keep it moving. Pursue your dreams, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Life is like a movie and we in it and we in it. We on Major League and we did it and we did it. It's all about that action, keep it moving, keep it moving. Pursue your dreams, that's how you do it. It all starts with a statement. Next step is visualization. Step 3, continue affirmations. Accompanied by faith, all based in action, moving in direction of the damn thing. Don't let nothing get in your way, doing your damn thing. When it seems like all this fail, keep your mind focused, moving so you don't fail. Cause it's easy to stop, hard as ever to keep going. So many failures, why should I keep going? I got vision, therefore I see it finish. Only way to do that is to see it finish.
If you got a plan, put your all in it. Yo, can y'all hear me, man? Let me know if you can hear me, man.
Across the line,
Is the audio good?
we all finish. Choose a place, all that matters is that you finish. Life is like
How's the audio, y'all? How's the audio? Let me know.
we on Major League and we did it and we did it. It's all about that action, keep it moving, keep it moving. Pursue your dreams, that's how you do it. Life is like a movie and we in it and we in it.
Yo, Keenan, how the audio? Is the audio good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's all about that
Can you hear my voice, not the music?
moving. Pursue your dreams, that's how you do it.
All right, we good. Listen, man, live audio is perfect. Shout out to my man Donnell Williams, man. I haven't done one of these from the crib in a while, man. So I was sitting here, I had to update my software. Hold on one second, y'all. I had to update. My software. And, I'm not too tech savvy, man. So I was over here messing around, but I figured it out. And, we here. I wanted to go live. Shout out to everybody, man. You already know. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Nigga got that motherfucking fed look.
Life is like a movie
Yes,
and we in
indeed.
it and we in it. We on Major League and we did it and we did it.
All right, man. So I want to thank everybody for coming through. Share this video. Share this live. We live. And I wanted to talk about some female topics tonight, man. I wanted to no, I didn't want to do that. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me delete that. I didn't want to do that. Move to trash. Move. I just came back from Los Angeles, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody in LA who came out and showed me love at Venice Beach. No, that ain't what I want to do either, man. What's up with this thing, man? You know what? That's because I'm going to the wrong place. That's why. Copy. Let me switch back. Hold on. Shout out to everybody in LA, man, who came out and showed love. Shout out to my man King Jabbar. Shout out to Red Rock. Shout out to Jack Beasy. Shout out to my man Scoop. Shout out to everybody, man. Fit Life Wayne. GG, John Russell, who else? My man, I can't forget my man Pat, People's Progression. And just wanted to shout out to George, man. Shout out to Fighters Rep 15 for bringing me out to LA and went to Fighters Rep 15, man. It was a tremendous production. And shout out to my girl, Indy Remy, man, who my interview with her is inspiring tonight's video, man. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to my man, the Uber driver, John, who drove me around while I was out there. And, shout out to the Commerce Casino. Just shout out to everybody, man. Had a good trip out on the West Coast. Got a lot of good content. So make sure you stay tuned. Check out my girl Indy's video. I dropped another part of that tonight. What's up, North? I see you, man. But, I wanted to do this video because my interview with her was so deep. I've only put out 2 parts, 2 little small parts so far. And it's really, really a great interview, man. Make sure you subscribe to her Instagram channel, Indy Remy, man. INDIREMY. Very, very fascinating individual. Shout out to her for giving me the exclusive interview. And in that interview, she talks about her upbringing and, something that a lot of women have experienced, but they're afraid to talk about. Ashamed, hurt, broken, fractured personality. They deal with a lot of anger. And, I'm talking about when little girls are sexually assaulted or raped as little girls, man, by family members, sometimes their fathers, their brothers, their uncles, cousins, neighbors, friends. And these things happen at a very young age to these girls. And, and it happens to dudes too, but tonight we're going to talk about the girls because I recently did this interview with Indy Remy, and she talked about how she endured that, how she experienced that. And she goes into great detail of how she dealt with it. And make sure y'all hit that like button, man. How she dealt with it. And it's so prevalent. And it's a very, very traumatic thing, man, psychologically on a little girl, on a child. When a girl is violated, when a little girl is violated, and in her case, it started in kindergarten, and she's not, and I'm not singling her out. She's already spoke about this in the interview. I've already put 2 videos up, and I did the full interview. That'll be coming out. It's about 45 minutes. And she's very open and honest about what happened to her. And I think that is one of the best ways to deal with any kind of hurtful incident in my life or in her life or in your life or in anybody's life, is to acknowledge it and be able to openly discuss it. It's only when you try to hide and keep secrets, and you keep these secrets as a result of shame, right? You keep these secrets as a result of fear, right? You don't really want to tell on the person who violated you, who sexually assaulted you, right? who raped you, because it may have been your father, it may have been your uncle, it may have been your brother, and you're not sure if anybody would believe you. And in a lot of cases, when the young girls do speak up and tell their truth about what was done to them, a lot of time they're dismissed, and the story is not believed, right? Which makes them feel even worse. And I just want to say to the ladies, man, that are struggling with this, that this has happened to, that if this happened to you, shout out to you, Celeste. I see you, Celeste. And I'm glad you made it. And I'm going to put that interview up that I did with, here it is right here. I'm going to put that interview up I did with Indy so you guys can see it. I'm going to pin it at the top. You know, that when this happens to little girls, man, and this is very, very prevalent. It's very, very widespread, and it's across cultures. It's across races. It's across ethnicities. It's across religions. This is around the planet that this happens to little girls, man. And, you know, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. I didn't grow up as a little girl. But after doing this interview with Remy and having an Indie Remy and having her, well, she brought it up and she spoke on it. And I've met females, I've dealt with females, I've dated females who have told me that, you know, they were molested as children. They were raped. And all of the shame that came with it, right? And the low self-esteem that comes with it, and the self-hatred as a result, the self-loathing that comes, and the self-rejection and the anger that's also in that box, the humiliation that's in that box, the shame that's in that box, the confusion that's in that box, the pain that's in that box, the resentment that's in that box. Having to repress your true feelings is in that box. Being afraid to speak about it. To your parents, to who's ever taken care of you is in that box. And these girls, they grow up. And a lot of times, man, this isn't a one-time incident, man. A lot of times, this isn't a one-time incident for these little girls. A lot of times, the first time is just the beginning of a repeat experience that some girls experience for days, for weeks, for months, and for years. By members of their own family. And if you know a female, if you watching this, and you know a female who has gone through this, send her this video. because I want to show the ladies some love tonight, man. And I want to try to help. That's what I want to try to do.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
And these molestation experiences and these rape experiences by these family members of these little girls, it goes on for years, man, and it blows out the candle before the little girl can even get her candle lit. And what little light she does have in her candle. And I should say that when we're kids, man, we have a real bright candle, right? Because we don't know no better. We just live in life and everything is new and everything is fresh. And as kids, we so full of energy. And then some sick motherfucker, some sick ass family member, some coward, some weak motherfucking male family member comes along and blows out the little girl's candle while she is a child. Click on the link at the top of the live chat. I pinned the interview I did with Indy up there where she talks about this. And before the little girl even has an understanding of life or anything of sex or anything like that, she's being violated in most cases by a man. Huh? And in a lot of cases, a man she's supposed to trust. That she's educated and taught to trust. Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with Soul. And I can't even imagine what the psychological damage that's done to little girls, man, when this happens to them. I can't even imagine. And these little girls don't even have a chance, man, to grow. And what happens is, after this is done to these little girls grow up with all the things I just spoke on, right? The shame, the guilt, blaming themselves. It's my fault, right? I'm dirty. Something's wrong with me. Anger, self-hatred, self-rejection, self-loathing, low self-perception, low self-esteem, mad with God. And this is childhood trauma. This is their trauma, right? And they grow up running from this issue, right? A lot of times it's a secret, and secrets keep us sick. Secrets will keep you sick. Secrets grow in the dark, and they die in the light of exposure. Right? Secrets grow in the dark, and they die in the light of exposure. And these girls grow up and with their ability to love and their ability to trust sharply affected, man. Affected on a deep, deep level. And with all of these things that I mentioned, they enter their teen years and they enter their 20s with this traumatic experience that was done to them by a sick person. And they attempt to get into relationships, right? Or they attempt to gain attention. In all the wrong ways. And I, you know, this, and let me preface what I'm saying. That no, it's not all of them that do this. But all of this issue that's been unaddressed starts manifesting itself in other areas of these females' lives, man, in their choices of men, right? In their value system. A lot of them, because of this incident, being molested or being raped, they feel worthless. And they felt worthless for years since it started, that they tend to dress up the outside and not deal with the inside. Some of them get involved with sexual promiscuity. Some of them turn to drugs. Some of them turn to alcohol. Some of them turn to gambling. Some of them turn to shopping. Some of them turn to eating. Some of them grow and think that the only way that they can ever experience love with a man is through sex. Huh? So they wear they wear clothes where they're damn near naked. You know, and they go through life. And they go through life holding on to this, man. They go through their lives, a big part of their lives, their most prime years. Some of them bear children. Some of them have children in their 20s, never having addressed this issue. And they become a parent of a child. They become the teacher of a child. They become the leader of a child. They become the guide of a child. They become the mother of a child, the nurturer of a child, the number one caregiver of a child, without having ever dealt with their psychological trauma, right? With the mental damage that was done, with the spiritual damage that was done. They've run from it their whole lives, and now they're the mother of another little girl or even another little boy. Check out how deep that is, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul. Check out how deep that is. And all of those emotions, man. I mean, in no way, shape, or form are they in their right minds to be the mother of a boy or a girl, of any child. for that matter, and they haven't dealt with none of their issues. They've been running from their issues their whole life. And I say this, man, to the girls, man, and to the women, to, number one, man, that wasn't your fault. What was done to you wasn't your fault. And you gotta forgive yourself. You gotta forgive yourself, man. Man, you could let that go. That wasn't your fault. You were only a child. And you were a female child at that. But you were only a child. There was nothing that you could do. You were at the mercy of someone who was supposed to be protecting you, and they took advantage of you. That's not your fault. So you can forgive yourself. And if I can help you in any way, and I don't know if what I'm saying is going to help you or not, but deal with that issue, man. Deal with that. Sit down with yourself and write about it. I know it's hurtful. I know it's painful. I know it's painful. I know you've had dreams about it, and I know you hate it and you think about it probably every day, but the way that you get over something, the way that you process something, is that you sit down and you write about it. And you look it in the face for what it is. You look it dead in the face for what it is. And you don't run from it no more. And you accept that as your truth. And you accept that that's a part of your life because it is. And it's okay. It's okay. 1,000% that what was done to you, and I'm talking to the ladies, what was done to you then, you would never let happen today. You would probably kill a man, justifiably so, if they tried to do to you today, you being an adult, what they done to you when you was a child. You wouldn't allow it. And you shouldn't allow it. And that's the part that's going to free you. That's the part that's going to free you. When you are able to tell yourself, man, yo, this ain't my fault. Because I was only a little girl at the time. There was nothing I could do. I was defenseless. And I was taken advantage of by an idiot, right? And that if I was able to help myself at that time, I would have, and it wouldn't have happened. But I wasn't able to. I wasn't old enough. That is what's going to get you off the hook. That's what's going to free you. That's what's going to free you. And you're not the only one. You got to get out of that mindset that you the only one. There's 8 billion people on the planet. I think females make up more than half. It's impossible for you to think that out of 4 billion women, that you the only one that went through that. That's a lie. And you got to stop telling yourself that. Hit that like button, y'all. Celeste Goodson. Some women use this for their bad behavior. Ain't no question. I don't think they use it for their bad behavior, Celeste. I think it's just, it manifests itself. All of those negative emotions, all of those negative thoughts about that situation, everything we talked about, it manifests itself in other areas of their life. When they grow up and they have children and they deal with men, you know, their hatred for men, right? Their inability to be in a healthy relationship. Their inability to openly communicate with the men they get involved with because of trust issues. Trust issues, period, that manifest themselves in other areas of their lives. This is deep, man. This is deep. Getting on social media, taking sexually suggestive pictures with damn near no clothes on, twerking on camera, you know, going into prostitution, using their body to make money. You know, a lot of women are hurting out here, man. And for the fellas, man, because, you know, we got to understand this part too. You know, usually the women I get involved with, man, I ask them, man, have you been raped? Have you, you know? And a lot of times the story is the same. Yes. A lot of them say yes. And you say by who? And they say a family member or a neighbor or somebody that they trusted. And, you know, when I ask them that and they tell me, I let them know, man, that it's okay. You know, I don't treat them no different. Because like I say, it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault at all. But to the girls, man, to the ladies, man, you can still be a winner. You still are a winner. But you got to go and you got to confront that. You got to kill that monster that's inside of you, that's been destroying your life, that's been destroying your relationships. You can't stay in a good, healthy relationship. You can't keep a good female friend. You know, you have a horrible attitude toward the world because you got so much anger toward yourself. You got a horrible attitude toward yourself because you blame yourself for what was done to you. You know, you got to understand, excuse me, that you're not alone, that you're not by yourself, man. You got to understand that part. And you got to deal with that, man. You got to really, really, truly deal with that, man. You know, and you can. You can deal with it and you can overcome it. You know, and you can be stronger as a result of dealing with it, as a result of facing it. You know, or you continue to remain sick by continuing to run from it. And you'll be running for the rest of your life. You'll never experience true self-love, true self-confidence, true self-esteem. Yeah. So I just wanted to do this video, man, this topic was on my heart. I was gonna go up to the street, go up to the store up the street and do an Instagram post on it, but a minute or a minute and a half Instagram post is not long enough, man, for this, man. You know. And I just wanted to do something for the ladies, man. I never really do nothing for the ladies. My channel, most of my channel is, dudes. And that's fine. But I also wanted to throw something out there for the ladies, man. So if any of the brothers in here, man, any of the dudes in here, you got a sister or cousin that went through this, man, send it to them. Or your girl, your fiance, your wife, they went through this, man. Send them this video. Because there are success stories, man. My girl Andy Remy went through it, and look at her now. Talks about it openly, man. Discusses it openly. It has absolutely no power over her. She doesn't allow it to have any power over you. When you keep secrets, your secrets have power over you, man. That's really in evidence of shame. Right? That's evidence of shame. And one thing, ladies, you need to look at, man, if this happened to you, look at your relationships today. Look at your relationships today, the relationships that you're in, or that you're not in, or that you were in. Are you a volunteer for pain? Do you push men away for no reason? Are you incapable of open dialogue? Do you bring anger to the situation? And I'm just throwing some things out there. I mean, everybody's situation would be different, but look at yourself, man, and look at your performance in relationships over the last couple of years. Or for however long you've been dating, man, and look at your patterns, and then ask yourself, man, could it possibly be that? Could it possibly be that? Just saying, man.
Life is like a movie and we in it and we in it. We on Major League and we did it and we did it.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all, man? We live. I felt like going live tonight. I came in from Sean's practice. It's about 10 o'clock over here on the East Coast, so it's kind of late. But I wanted to talk about this topic, man. This topic was weighing heavy on my heart. And I said, let me go up the street and do an Instagram post. And then I said, nah. I said, you know what? I ain't went live from the crib in a while. Let me go live talk about it and just dedicate a whole show to the ladies, man, and let them know that they're not alone, man, and whatever happened to them on the assault tip as little girls, man, that wasn't their fault. You gotta understand that part, man. That's not your fault. But what's up with everybody, man? Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Thanks for hitting that like button. 27 people watching, 27 likes. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me see something. Crystal Beauty, thank you for having her on this podcast. She is really helping others just by her speaking out against the ones who did her wrong mentally. When people do you dirty, it just shows you who that person really is by their character and actions. You are a survivor. That's right. Shout out to Crystal Beauty. So y'all make sure y'all watch that episode. I got it pinned up at the top of the live chat. And I got her full interview is going to be coming soon. I just got to put it together. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm going to have a lot of time to do that tomorrow. Appreciate you, Celeste. Celeste Goodson says they will appreciate this one. Yeah, I think they will. I think they will. Celeste, you think this is pretty common amongst women? And I'm speaking about it irrespective of race, man. This ain't, a lot of times we think that certain things only happen to certain people, man. This is a human issue, man. Celeste, what you think, man? You think this is pretty common amongst women?
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Hey, yo, man, this the podcast with soul. Yes, it is. Yeah, Celeste says, yeah, in today's climate, I don't even think, I'm not even going to relegate it to modern society, man. This has been happening for thousands of years, man. This has been happening for thousands of years. You go back as far as you want to go back, and little girls have been getting molested, man. You can go back as far as you want. I'm just not going to say this is happening now. The good thing about now is that you have people speaking out about it, man. Women brave enough to talk about it and give other women hope, man, that it's okay. That your story is your story, and don't run from your story, man. People often question me, about why I always talk about my prison experience, man, because this is a part of my life. I'm not going to run from my reality. I'm not going to run from my truth. And I'm not going to, number one, I'm not going to wear it as a badge of shame, which is what society wants you to do so that they can prevail over you. Nah, I'm going to put it in your face and let you know that I know, because I'm not going to allow you to hold anything over me. I know who I am. And in spite of everything that I've gone through, everything that's happened to me, I still love me, irrespective, irregardless. From the beginning, man, wickedness damn near been here since the beginning. Ain't no question. The human being is a trash can, man. The human being is a piece of shit, man. So I'm gonna get on off of here, man. I just wanted to do this joint here real quick. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I'm gonna start doing these more often, man. The weather's changing over here in Jersey, so we're gonna start getting these in a little more often, man. And I appreciate y'all for coming out, and talk to y'all later. Make sure y'all check out Indy Remy's video, man. It's at the top of the live chat. Let me put it up there one more time. Here you go again right here. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. Sean G, I'm out of here. Peace.
Life is like a movie and we in it and we in it. We on Major League and we did it and we did it. It's all about that action, keep it moving, keep it moving. Pursue your dreams, that's how you do it. Life is like a movie and we in it.